Thank you for tuning in and welcome to Errant painting. So I decided to expand my armies of the Imperium, mainly my Knight army, with some allied reinforcements in the form of some guardsmen. And I went for the Loyal 32 build, as it is popularly known. For those extra feet on the ground and some cheap command points. So I ordered the data cards and the codex. 3 units of regular guardsmen, a command squad to make 2 commanders, some contrast paints, and a primer to go with them, and some heads from Anvil Industries. And for those, I chose these for the regular guardsmen, and I also ordered some officer heads 1 and 2, I believe they're called. And looking through my bits box, I managed to not find any boulders, which is weird because I know I have a ton. But I went to Bits and Kits and ordered a bunch of bolt guns, because I want the sergeants and the 2 commanders to have bolt guns. I also found a couple of 32mm bases for the commanders, as my research tells me those characters should be on 32mm bases these days. For those who don't know, the Loyal 32 is, well, basically you take a detachment, a battalion detachment of guardsmen and make it as cheap as possible. So 3 10-man infantry squads and 2 commanders. And I opted to give all the sergeants and the commanders bolt guns for an extra 5 points, so that should be 185 points in total, which is quite cheap for 32 extra sets of boots, especially in a Knight army where I usually, well, yeah, just have a few knights. Well, to avoid this turning into a rant, let's have a look at the sprues. So we have the weapon sprue. I think I'm gonna cut off these bayonets just to make them simpler and faster to paint, and I'm not gonna add canteens and grenades and stuff like that. All in all, I want them to be very simple. I imagine these to be my planetary defense force for my Night planet or Night world, and not regular guardsmen who are out in the trenches, but clean, well-dressed officers of the law, basically. So yeah, I have a lot of building to do, and then I'll be right back. So it's been 4 hours, and they're now all assembled. And the next thing I want to do is take some Citadel hobby sand and a beat up brush and some watered down PVA glue and put some texture on the bases. And after that I'm gonna prime them with Gracia spray. So yeah, just to give you a peek on how they look now with the custom heads, if the camera will focus. I think they're really cool, and I can't wait to get some paint on them. So, now that they've been primed with Gracia spray, we're ready to add some contrast paints. And I'm really excited about this because this is my first time ever painting with contrast. So, to make them match my night house, which is to say match the colors of the planet of Awesome, I'm going to paint them black and white. And for that, I'm starting with some Apothecary White, and this is for their fatigues. Give it a good shake. And obviously I'm painting an assembly line, but so you can see what I'm doing, I have a single one mounted on a paint stick, or what do you call it, painting handle. And then the rest are on long sticks. So here goes Apothecary White. After painting his clothing and his mask with Apothecary White, I'll take some Black Templar, and this is for his gun and his ammo. Next, I'm gonna take some Psycho Brown, and this is for his boots, his belt, and his gloves. Next, I'm gonna take some Blood Angels Red. This is the final contrast paint, and this is for the eye lenses. Now, before I add metallics to the guy, I want to take some Mechanical Standard Grey and paint the entirety of the base. Now I'm taking some gunmetal. You can use lead belcher instead if you want to stay all Citadel. And I'm painting his belt buckle, details on his last gun, and the tubes on his mask. With that dry, I'm gonna take some Nuln Oil and wash the base and the metallic bits. With that dry, I'm gonna take some Brassy Brass. There we go, Brassy Brass. And this is for the icons on the chest plate and the last gun. I'll then wash over the brass with Reikland Flesh Shade. Now I'm gonna dry brush the base with some Fenrisian Grey. And then I'm gonna paint the base trim with some Morfang Brown. After that, I'm gonna give the whole batch a coat of Vallejo Matte Varnish and add some tuft. Some winter tuft from Army Painter. And we'll be done. And they're done. Am I happy with them? Not really. I'd say contrast paints definitely have some uses. I need to get better at using them. This project took a lot longer than I had anticipated, and I got sloppy. Painting 32 in one assembly line definitely was a mistake. I should probably have cut them up to squads of 10 or 20 and 12 or something like that. 32 was definitely too much for me. Other than that, I look forward to get them on the table and play with them. Even if I'm not perfectly happy with the paint job, The white and the black contrast paints, I can see some uses, and I should probably have layered over them with some additional highlights. But at that point I was simply, well, the project was too daunting and I wanted to be done with it. And I think they're good enough for tabletop value. So let me know below if you have any experience with contrast paints, if you have some techniques that I should know about. I'd love to get better at using them. Also, let me know if you found this video useful, if you have made your own Loyal 32 and what you did to to get them on the table. I imagine most people who paint them are not going for super long processes, as they are, well, there are 185 points and they're going to swarm around the feet of my knights. So with that in mind, I think the hours I put into them are just about the maximum time I'm willing to spend on so few points. Could I have done better if I've just used regular paints? I don't know, maybe. I think the white actually came out really well. The black I could probably have done without contrast and gotten a better result in the same time. The eyes didn't really matter, it was contrast at all. It didn't get the effect I was hoping for. But I think they look okay, all things considered. And yeah, not much else to say. Hope you enjoyed this video and found it entertaining if nothing else. Until next time, take care and bye bye.